So I think the first thing as a Beagle owner or a puppy owner in general is having a plan, like, having an understanding of what's supposed to be done and how we're going to do it. But if you haven't done, again, these are the things that I think many dog owners, they move too fast and skip few steps that they have to do. So have you done like puppy proofing the house?
So the way that we have tried to puppy proof is we've sectioned off the area that the puppy's gonna be in while we're in this growing stage. And so really she only has access to this room and it is puppy proofed. Well, the rest of the house is not yet puppy proofed. That's for sure. But for now, we have a gate so she's in this room and her kennel's here in this room. And there's a dog door, although she's not using it yet. So this is the puppy proof room.
Okay. So is there things that your puppy can get into and chew and things like that? Obviously there are.
Yeah.
The puppy proofing in the environment and area of the house is not that the puppy stays there all the time. It's just the area that the puppy is allowed at the moment. The reason, again, I emphasize on that is because I can tell that you have a big house, and if you let the puppy throughout that big house, it's just too much for a puppy. It just stresses them. As a human, we want to give that freedom and opportunity for the puppy to go and roam around and to explore the house. But what we have to understand, the puppy was in a small area with its siblings and then got separated and has come to your home. And since it's in your home, the stress level is gonna be higher, right? So you want to contain the stress level and you want to control it. And one of the ways is by giving smaller spaces to the puppy. So this room that you're showing me to me at the moment as well, it's kind of too big. The crate itself is a good area. You're going to have a couple of crates. One crate is for moving throughout the day, and the other crate would be to sleep at night. The one that is going to be sleeping at night is going to be right by your bedside.
Okay.
Where the puppy is going to be seeing you all throughout the evening, the night that is sleeping. It's going to see you, smell you, feel you, and it's going to help the puppy to sleep overnight rather than in the puppy-proof area. And the other crate, you're going to just move it around the house wherever you are. Let's say you're in the office, working in the office, the puppy is going to be in the crate with you, hanging out with you, sleeping. If you're in the kitchen, she's going to be in the crate in the kitchen. So throughout the day, she's going to be with you everywhere you're going. And there is going to be about 3 to 5 sessions of 15 minutes or so that she's going to be in this area that you are now, the puppy proof area. She's going to be playing, interacting with you, be free and all that. But mostly is going to be in the crate.
We have considered eventually only opening up 2 or 3 of the rooms of our house to the dog as kind of a permanent end result. Just that's one of the things my wife kind of prefers for the house.
Yeah.
Is that reasonable?
Oh my goodness. Oh, super cute. As long as you do your part and provide it what I call the daily 5 essential needs, puppy or the dog is going to say, you know what, I'm happy with whatever you're providing as long as I'm with you. As long as I have that opportunity to interact with you and be with you. I don't care if I'm in the living room only or if I'm in 10 rooms, right? It doesn't really matter for them. Did the breeders send a food?
So they sent us a bag of food when I picked the puppy up, but they also a couple weeks maybe ahead of time sent us the name of the food they use and the treats they use, so that we could get that same food here.
Okay. So how committed is the breeder about the food?
You know, I didn't press the issue. I don't know. And
They didn't enforce you have to feed this food to the puppy.
they did not.
Good. There are some breeders who would enforce that you have to feed whatever they're feeding to their puppies. But since they are not, I would highly suggest, my second tip is just to start feeding fresh food. Just remove the kibble and stop feeding kibble and start feeding fresh food. Now, fresh food is, what it means is either you cook freshly at home, prepare it and cook it at home, or you feed raw diet, right? You prepare raw diet and feed raw diet. Now, there are many benefits when it comes to feeding fresh food, right? Kibble is not natural diet. Unfortunately, breeders and many people are not aware of this, and they're not aware that you're not supposed to feed kibble to a dog. Food companies, they are the ones who actually enforce that this is a dog food.
Right.
And actually, it is not. It is not a real dog food. Not only it causes a lot of health issues to develop in dogs, it is hard to potty train a puppy when the puppy is on kibble. So one of the challenges for puppies and puppy owners is the potty training. If you feed kibble or dry food, you will never win that war, because kibble, what it does, it reinforces the puppy to overdrink water, and they will pee all the time. Whether they want or not, they will have accidents all the time, which will work against you. Also, kibble is full of fillers. What it goes in comes out, so they poop often too. So when you feed fresh food, all these problems goes away. Plus, you get that benefit of having a dog who's going to be living healthy and long life. If you go to any pet store nowadays, not only they have the kibble section, they have raw diet section as well. And what it is, that's the section that most people should be shopping from, right? And those are mostly ready dog foods, ready raw diet food, which is okay. They are more expensive, obviously, but simply you can start just shopping from your local supermarket, buying whatever is on sale, getting comfortable with that idea of feeding raw diet to your puppy. And then once you get comfortable, once you get, again, educated and learn about the raw diet and the benefits of it and how to do it, as you get better and more comfortable with it, you can make it more and more perfect. Basically, meat and vegetable will do fine, but adding supplements and things like that makes it perfect.
Okay.
Don't be scared. Nothing is going to go wrong. I've been feeding my dogs raw diet for years, and nothing has gone wrong. Not only nothing has gone wrong, everything has gone right. I have a doggy daycare, and we get a lot of dogs in here who are, I would say 99% of them are on kibble. And each one of them, every year, they go and visit the vet 3 to 5 times a year. And the reason they go and visit, because there's something wrong with the dog. Either they have diarrhea, or they're throwing up, or something hasn't set well with them. And it's all related to kibble. My dogs and those dogs who are on raw diet never visit the vet. We only go once a year just to do the checkup. So not only it saves you money, every visit to the vet is $200 to $300 a visit. So we're not only saving money, we're increasing our dog's life even further.
Yeah.
You were worried about, also you mentioned that how long this puppy period is gonna last. Well, so the first 4 months is the hardest part, because what happens is a puppy up to almost 8 months, they're still developing. And then from 8 months to 12 months, it takes them another few months to fully develop. So 80% of the development happens between the age of 4 months and 8 months.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the last tip that I have, and this is very important, the puppy should be sleeping 18 to 20 hours a day. I know it's hard, and it's kind of not, you're thinking it's not possible, but that 4 to 6 hours or whatever hours that she's up, you have to exercise her physically and mentally to drain her out so she can sleep mostly. So don't put her in that situations or environments that is going to trigger her to stay up and wants to interact. So most of the time you want to keep her in a calm area, in a calm room, right? The kids are not running around during that time. You're not partying and you're not doing anything, right? And the friends are not around or whatever. So you have to basically, again, as you must be familiar, you have 3 kids, you've raised 3 kids. So you have to be a little bit more in tune with, okay, puppy is sleeping, everybody keep it down, calm, do everything quietly, and that has to go for a few months.
Okay.
Right? They need that sleep. What most puppy owners they do is they say, okay, let's exercise this puppy so it will get tired and we'll leave it alone. But the problem is when you do that, you're helping the dog to develop not only behavioral issues, but a lot of health issues, internal health issues. When a puppy is too active and is not sleeping, the joints and all things are moving a lot, which is not good. They need to be sleeping for the body to develop properly, right? So a lot of calm activities throughout the day, but if you're going to do some activities, should be short, but more often. So let's say 10 to 15 minutes, but 3, 4, 5 times a day. In between, she sleeps. You have to be understanding that the puppy needs certain things and you have to provide those. And what are those 5 essential needs that I usually repeat over and over are exercise, training, socialization, care, and then affection.
We haven't seen the vet here yet, and so we're unsure about when it's safe to go to dog parks or to let the puppy interact.
That's a good question. Let me explain that part. First of all, I would suggest if you could do a little bit of research and find a holistic vet.
Okay.
Rather than a normal vet. A holistic vet will give you and help you with more natural treatments, more cleaner treatments rather than medications and vaccinations, things like that. Plus, a puppy is already immune to many things except the puppy basic shots, and that's about it.
Okay.
They don't need to get any more annual shots, boosters anymore, right? That's the only thing they need, and those happens within the next few months. The shots she gets within the next few months. But for now, don't worry, she's already immune from mom naturally, so you can expose her to whatever, anything, anywhere, any people, any other dogs. She'll be safe and she'll be fine. As long as you follow the procedure of giving the vaccinations on time. And one of the best things that you can do is if you're taking her outside for a walk or something, when you bring her out inside, just wipe her paws so she doesn't lick the paws.
Are there any big areas of socialization? So we know that we're supposed to introduce to a lot of people and praise the puppy when she's confident and interacting in a happy way.
Yeah.
And then I have to refresh my memory on socializing with other dogs. I don't remember.
So what you can do is ask people, is your dog friendly or okay with puppies? Because puppy energy is a little bit annoying for most adult dogs. So what you want to do is ask them, is your dog okay with puppies? 99% of people are right. They will say, yes, my dog is okay or is not okay, right? But sometimes there are those people, those dog owners, that they don't want to face the reality, and they kind of know that their dog is not friendly with puppies, but they would say yes. They don't want to get embarrassed, and they will allow their dog approach your puppy, and then things are going to go wrong. So you just have to trust your gut and see if it's the right dog, right? And most of the time, puppies should be okay. If you come across puppies, you could do a search around to see if there's any Beagle meetups happening. Usually every city, every province has a Beagle meetup going on. And that's a good opportunity to take her and get her socialized with other puppies, especially with Beagles. But you can also join and research and find other meetups. You know, there's terrier meetups, there's lab meetups and all that, and find out where they are and just attend those. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a member. They usually do it in a public park, so you just go there, and usually there are good dogs and puppies. That's why they're meeting up, because they're good dogs. Introduce her to people, kids, bikes. Take her on the streets. Let her hear the sounds of streets and noises and everything that happens on the streets. Just expose her as much as you can. Don't need to reward, really. Just don't make a big deal. You know, your Beagle needs affection, but at the right time, with the right state of mind. That's very important. If your puppy is excited or is scared, that's not the time to share affection, because affection is a reward, right? It's considered as a reward. When your dog is scared or excited, you share affection, you're rewarding that behavior. So you don't want to share affection at the wrong time with the wrong state of mind.
What would be the appropriate amount of bathing or washing? We don't want to do it too much. And then we are a little bit worried with the puppy, how to introduce her to bathing in a way that she's going to take to it and enjoy it in the future. So we don't want to we don't want to do it improperly here at the beginning.
Yeah. So I would say, you know, bathe at least once a month, because our lives in this day and age is full of chemicals and unwanted things, whether we want it or not. They're all over. You know, the air that we breathe, and especially they breathe, everything just kind of lands on their furs. All these toxins can be on their body, and they lick it, and they live with it, and they sleep in it. You know, they sleep in the same bed. So cleaning is very important, but once a month is a good idea to get that going. You know, washing the dog in a way. The way you're going to introduce is starting now. For example, you just put her in a bathtub and you let her be there for 2-3 minutes, and you remove her. And then tomorrow you're going to put her in the bathtub again. You're going to let her be there 2-3-4 minutes, play with her and all that, remove her. The process is very slow, but you have to start now and introduce that process until you get to the point that you're opening the water a little bit, you're closing. You're not washing her at all. You're just putting her in the bathtub, opening the water, closing it, removing her, then putting, like, you know, in a week or two, you've reached to that point that you're putting her in a bathtub, you're opening the water is going, you're adjusting the temperature, then the spray is all over around her, and then slowly you start from the bum to get to the head. Head is the last part that you want to and wash, and then slowly you introduce shampoo, natural shampoos obviously would be better. Don't fall for the shampoo saying it's a natural. Read the ingredients. If there is more than 2 or 3 ingredients in the shampoo, that's not natural. Read the ingredients. Be careful what it is in there, because if your goal is to remove toxins from the body of the beagle, you don't want to add more toxins to the body. So yeah, the process starts slowly, introducing to the point to the maybe in a month. Now she's ready to be wet and get washed. You see the process?
Yeah. That makes sense. We'll have to start desensitizing her. Getting her comfortable with the environment. Okay.
Yeah. And every time you put her in the bathtub and you're doing the washing, have her favorite toy that can get wet and just play with her. Make it fun. Make it seem like it's a fun activity when we're taking the shower. Can we see her one more time?
Sure.
Oh my goodness, she's sleeping now. You see, that's a clear sign that she needs to sleep. Most of the day, the puppy wants to sleep, and we just have to provide that opportunity for the puppy to sleep. Thank you very much, Anthony. I really enjoyed this session. I am very excited to share this with my viewers because there's tons of information in here, and I'm hoping everybody is going to benefit from this. And I'm willing to do this with more of my viewers as well, because I think it's a good opportunity to talk to real people and see their real challenges and issues and help them, not only help them, but learn from each other, all of us. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Thank you. Great. See you later. Bye.